Hello friends and welcome to my channel IB All Designing Developer. So like you all know that previously we have covered up many of the things in this C++ tutorial, and I hope you understand the things which I have told you about C++, and in different topics we have covered up this tutorial. So in this topic we will be learning that what are string concatenation. Like you all know that previously we have covered up the video on strings. I have telling you everything about strings, like how you can use a string, what are the elements to use a string, why we use a string in C++. Now in this video we'll be learning that what are string concatenation and how we can do it in C++, all the things about string concatenation. So remember to see this video from start, and if you understand this video and if you enjoy this amazing project, so remember to hit a like to this video, and if you're new on this channel, want to see more videos like that, so remember to subscribe, and after subscribing hit notification bell so you can get the notifications of all my coming up videos which I'll be uploading on this channel. And remember to see all my previous videos which I have covered up on this tutorial, so that you can have a more have a more mind of thing that we have covered up these things till here of C++. So now what we are waiting for, let's move to computer screen and let's get started. We are on the computer screen, and like you all know that in the start I've told you that in this video we'll be learning that what are string concatenation. Like we have learned already in the previous video that what is a string, and now in this video we'll be learning that what is a string concatenation. Like if we talk about a string concatenation, so the plus operator can be used between strings to add them together to make a new string. This is called concatenation. Like if I'm using this plus operator between strings to add them together to make a new string, so this will be called as concatenation. Like if I'm using this string first name John, then if I'm using another string with the name of Doe, so this John Doe will be added together and they will be giving the full name, which is John Doe together. Like I've written it separately, and when I will be adding these two values it will be giving me the whole name together, John Doe. So means that it is a concatenation between the strings and we are getting the output. In the example above, we added a space after first name to create a space between John and Doe on output. However, you could also add a space with quotes or single quotes. So it is saying me that in example above we are giving one line space after John. We are giving this one line space so that when we run this John Doe, means when these two names are added, John and Doe, these two names are added, so we should get a one line space, means we should get a space after the first name here, so that last name will be having some space from the left, and when we will be getting the space, so the name will be defined totally fine in the output, and that is why we are giving this one line space after this John in the first name. And you can also add the space with double quotes here, like this double quotes which are surrounded by this string, and with the single quotes, because a string can be used in double quotes as well and in single quotes as well. So if we talk about another, you can say example, so this is another example here which you can just see. String first name John, then string last name Doe, string full name equal to first name plus this colons plus last name, means in this colon you can give one line space, so that John Doe will be having this space together, this name plus last name. Then you will be getting a count value of this full name, means you will be getting this full name defined here in your count. Append. A string in C++ is actually an object which contain functions, means this string is a append value which obviously contain an object which contains functions and that can perform certain operations on a string. For example, you can also concatenate strings with the append function, means it is saying that if you want to use the append function here, so you can use this append function as well to concatenate the strings. And here is the example that how you can use this append function to concatenate your string. So this is the string first name John, which I have given the space as well, so we can get the names working. String last name Doe, then we are getting a string full name equal to first name dot append, last name we are getting here, then count and full name, means these two things will be coming as output here, John and Doe, and it will be defined, and we are getting the output of this certain functions which we have defined, means this certain strings. So you can use operators here to concatenate the string. This is the summary of this thing. So I'll be just copying these all things here now, and after copying these all things, what I'm going to do is I'll be just moving on to my Replit here, and this is my Replit like we were using, and this is my REPL. So I'll be just changing its name here, and in this video we are learning about string concatenation. So I'll be writing here string concatenation like this, Alright, so I'll be just changing the name concatenation like this. So now I'll be just pressing enter, and you can just see now we are getting the output here like concatenation. So spelling is incorrect, so I'll be just changing here. I'll be just moving here and I'll be writing here concatenation like this. Press enter now. Now we will be getting the correct topic, or sorry, correct REPL heading. You can just see it says strings concatenation, and now we can just work with it. So now we are getting our REPL working. I'll be removing these all things which we were working in the previous video about a string, and I'll be pasting this thing. Remember to use this include a string if you're using any offline environment, but I'm not using any offline environment. I'm using REPL8, which is an online environment, and in this online environment it is not compulsory to write this string hashtag include a string, but I'm writing just to make sure that I'm getting the output or not. Just run this, and after pressing run you can just see we are getting John Doe printed, means this full name is printed. If I write here my name like Inshal Beg like this, so you will be getting the output Inshal Beg, because now we are adding Inshal the first name and the last name Beg. We are writing these two names, and we have also written one line space here, means so that I can get some space from between here. If I run here, so you can just see now you're getting Inshal Beg written, and we are getting a between space as well. If I remove this space and if I run again, so you will be not getting space now. You can just see now we are not getting any space, but I want that I should be having some space between these first name and last name, so that is why I'm writing the space value, and then I'm writing this Inshal Beg, so that we can get the full name with between space, and you can just see now it is working. And remember to return the 0 value as well, so that when you will be running, so you will be not getting an output, oh sorry, so you will be not getting an error. So you can just see now we are not getting any error, and we are just simply getting the output here on our console, which is looking really good. Now if I move on to my document again, so now we have to use a different way to use these string values. Now we have to use this way of append. Like if I want to use these all things with append, so what output we are getting then. So if I just copy these all things here, and if I just move on to my REPL text editor again, and if I paste these all things, so now here what I'm going to do is I'll be just commenting out these all things here, because now already we have seen that how we are getting output in these things, so I'll be not needing it again. I'll be just commenting out, and after commenting out these things you can just see we are getting these all things. But the thing is that in a string full name we have not used first name plus last name, we have used first name dot append and last name, and then we have used count full name, which we have used here as well, same thing. So difference is that just here we have used string full name equal to first name plus last name, but here we have not used first name plus last name. Here we have used first name dot append and then last name. If I run it to get the output, you can just see we are getting John Doe printed, means in these two ways you can just get the output of the thing which you are writing in a string. Like if I write again my name here to check that we are getting the same output here or not, so it will be same output here. If I run again, so you can just see now we are getting same output here in Inshal Beg, because now the values has been changed here. Now if you remove the space to check we are getting error or not, so again if I run, you can just see again we are getting output but without a space this time, because I have removed one line space from here between the space. So I'll be just saving it to get the space between first and last name, and if I run it again, then you will be getting the first name last name printed with the space between. So I'll be running it. You can just see now we are getting the space as well, and then we are getting the output as well running, means this append function is also working when we are using it with the strings here, and this first name plus last name means this plus operator is also working when we are concatenating the strings. And the second way to concatenate the string is you can use dot append function, and from that we are also concatenating the string. So these are the two ways from which you can concatenate your strings, and I hope you understand that what are concatenations and strings in C++. So if you have understand this video, and if you enjoy this amazing tutorial video in which we have learned about what are concatenations and strings, in future video I'll be telling you more about concatenations, and I hope you'll be enjoying that as well, because this is some basic things here about concatenations and strings and about strings, because in previous video as well we have covered up many of the things about strings, and I hope you enjoy that as well. So if you enjoy this video, and if you understand that how we are working with string concatenation. So remember to hit a like to this video, and if you're new on this channel, want to see more videos like that, so remember to subscribe, and after subscribing, hit notification bell so you can get the notifications of all my coming up videos which I'll be uploading on this channel. And remember to share this video with your friends and family so that they can learn that how we can start with these all things. And if I want to learn C++, so how we can start with C++, because right now we have covered up many of the things using C++, and in future I'll be also working on C++. I'll be uploading many tutorial videos in future which will be helping you about learning in C++, and you will be also understanding that how we can create applications, games using C++, the basic games you can say. So if you understand, just hit a like, subscribe, share, and I'll be meeting you next tutorial video using C++ from start. So for today, goodbye.